Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Friday Night Chop Session with Stormy B Man for this Friday, October 10th, 2025. This is number 200 in the series of Friday Night Chop Sessions. One landmark to celebrate. Took us a minute to get there because I take breaks every once in a while. And so here we are for the 200th episode. And we're calling this one Boots and Boxing. Yeah! Why? Because Jerron Boots Ennis is fighting this weekend, tomorrow, in fact, out of Philly. And he is going to be taking on Usman Lima in his first venture into the 154-pound super welterweight division. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I had a breakdown video on the fight earlier today. Hopefully some of you had a chance to check it out. If you didn't, F+, get to the back of the class because Stormy B Man ain't going to waste the time. Yeah. Then also we have heavyweights tomorrow in the early portion of the day because it's live from Sheffield, the UK, where Dave Allen is taking on Arslanbek Makhmudov in a battle of the bellies, Both men weighed in upwards of 260 plus pounds as they prepare for their heavyweight belly bust, Yeah! Broadcast on DAZN will be both cards. And we'll talk about them a little bit this evening. I want to say welcome to everybody out there. Please smash the like button as you come into the building. Be a participant. Don't be a perv, Peeping through the blinds and the bushes, Although we got them out there, We got to deal with that. That's a huge part and problem in society of today. But we need to get those raincoat wearing, rubber ducky wearing, shades, dark shades in the daytime and nighttime. What's really going on, We got to do something, to get back to the basics, which are to be neighborly, friendly, warm, inviting, And that doesn't mean inviting bull crap. That means be a welcoming spirit so that someone can receive welcoming spirit. Yeah. Salute everybody. Hope that you had a wonderful, if not prosperous week as we venture on into another weekend of boxing. And we've got some news that's a little bit of a disappointment as well, Yeah, and we could talk about a little bit of all of it. But just know that boxing is going to continue on, man. There are going to be people who put marks on the sport. They're going to put the sport down. There's going to be people that the sport puts mark on their behinds, And you'll see it because they show it every chance they get, Shout out to my brother Drew Titan, who has the insert monkey meme at any given time, See, some people don't know what that means, but we know what it means, Because, hey, listen, when you see the monkeys coming, it's something like this, ain't it?
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're grade A, number one, bonus five, first class.
Yeah! So you can expect to see a little bit of a monkey show, huh? When them folks is out there. Can't be helped, huh? The inmates do run the asylum sometime, huh? Yeah. That's why you got to keep it clean. Come on over here and be around Stormy B, man, where you could get, as my man Champside says, intellectual properties. Yeah. Huh? None of that lowbrow caveman kind of business going down over here. No. You have to go somewhere else for that. Let's take a quick moment and see who we got in the building, man. I got to acknowledge all of the family, huh? Who we got out there this evening? Let's see. Scroll up to see what we got going on. And salute to my brother, Eric Jordan, who also offered up a Cash App donation a little while ago to the video. I appreciate you, Eric Jordan, always showing love and support my brother, whether it be merchandise, hitting my like, whether it be hitting the Cash App and the donations. Appreciate that so much, man. Appreciate it. He says, salute, Sensei with the geese. Clarence McLean is in the building this evening. What's going on, Clarence? He says, yo, salute my people. Stormy B, man, a.k.a. Sensei. Yes, sir. Convos with Cam in the chat saying salute Stormy in chat. Working in the morning. We'll watch the replay. No, see, Convos with Camp, I gotta come for you, huh? Because see, you spend all that time over there watching BFTB. You didn't rest up for Stormy B, man, huh? No, so you don't get drained watching all them other ones out there. Save some of that energy for the storm, huh? You gotta save some, because there is intellectual property happening over here, huh? Yeah. Who else we got out here? You guys are speaking to each other. We got Universal Truth in the building saying, salute Sensei in chat. Right back at you, brother. Chilltown Majors in the building. What's happening? It says, Stormy, salute. Y'all Willing is in there saying, salute. What's good with you? And Clarence is reminding people to smash the like button. That's right. Yep. Who else we got out there? I thought I saw something that jumped up. Joe Townsend in the building saying salute. Stormy. Who's here? The master. Yeah, where's Derek Gaines at, huh? The last dragon hating mofo. Hey, man. Hey, when y'all see Derek Gaines right in the chat, everybody jump him. Don't block him, just jump him. Give him some kicks and give him one of these and give him one of those, huh? He is the only black man I ever heard say that he hate the last dragon. Now, you know that's blasphemous talk. But we're going to talk some boxing this evening. But still keep your eyes out and peeled out for Derek Gaines, huh? Yeah, oops upside his head, I say. Yeah, Black Martial Arts Society in the building. What's good with you? Says smash that like button. Who else we got? We got Jimmy Bernard out there as well saying, what's good, Sensei? Salute to the chat. What's good with you, brother? Good to see you. Macadus Mac of the South in the building saying salute to the Grand Master. Yes, sir. Black Martial Arts Society says his name is Shoes until further notice, man. Man, that dude's name is, listen, Penny Loafers, huh? And don't worry, y'all gonna hear the tune before too long, right? You know, I'm still warming you up a little bit, you know, gotta get that oven warm so when you put the buns in there, huh, they'll have some glaze on. Yeah! Listen, man. Black Martial Arts Society says, yeah, Stormy, that's stump worthy. Yeah, man. Can you believe that? Can you believe that Derek Gaines actually stood on that, man, and then had the nerve to talk about his love for Chuck Norris, man. Man, I was reaching for my pistol, huh? When he said that. I'm like, what? Get a rope. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, where he at? He wanna show Nuff's henchman. That's what he is. Derek Gaines. Running around with them damn hockey pads on. And them old 80s glasses with the blind lenses on them. They look like blinds. And a bad Jerry curl. What's really going on, man? It's like, that dude, listen, when he said that, man, do y'all remember the Fat Albert cartoon? Fat Albert was so funny and way ahead of his time, man. Do you guys remember in the Fat Albert cartoon? Damn, we got to do a Nerds on Culture for that too. Fat Albert. I got to remind Drew of that. Let me write that down real quick. Stand by, family, while I write that down. Fat Albert. Because that, you know, every time we be brainstorming when we got a new subject, Fat Albert. Because Bill Cosby, man. But do y'all remember the Fat Albert cartoon? And when they say something jacked up, everybody go, oh, man. You know, that was when Derek Gaines came in there last night talking about he hate The Last Dragon. Everybody was like, oh, man. And then, you know, in the Fat Albert cartoon, they would break out into a song, remember? They'd all be out there in the alley with the trash cans and playing for drums and stuff and fake bass and all of that, air bass guitar, and they be making a song out of what they talking about, right? And I remember that one song, So-Called Friends. I learned to leave them alone. That's Derek Gaines there. He came in there last night, a so-called friend, y'all, talking about he hate The Last Dragon. Man, I ain't gonna never let him forget that one. Never. That's right. He be saving that. He be don't like the black of the dragon, better. Yeah, man. Magnus Max said that was the cartoon with Rudy and Mushmouth. Yeah, man. Shoot. I just heard, listen, when he said last night, I mean, he wrote that with his chest stuck out, y'all. If we was all in the same room, we would have been drilling him in his chest, huh? You gonna say that, listen, where's mine? Hold on one second. When he said that he hate The Last Dragon, this is what should have played over the airwaves last night. Y'all know what that sound is, right? That's what should have been playing over the airwaves when Derek Gaines said, man, I hate The Last Dragon. And you know, when he said that, and it should have been followed up by this. It should have been followed up. Hey, we just ran Derek Gaines up out of YouTube. Yeah, man. Where he at? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna get back to some boxing, y'all. But when Joe Thompson came in and said that, I was like, you know what? I still had to say something because I wasn't done, huh? And let me say this. This is for Derek Gaines, wherever he at.
You know, I guess that you would be the only one who would dare to come here. You've got courage.
Yeah, man, how dare he? Huh? Come around these parts talking like that. Huh? And further still.
For my own sake, I can't afford to call you my comrade. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Anybody see Derek Gaines, tell him Stormy got smoke for him. Yeah. Really? Is he? And if he try to come in, pleading this case, we got some more for him if he get up. A lot of more.
You see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up your brother.
I see what I'm saying. I thought.
No, so you know what I'm saying? You done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
How dare he? Man, we ain't taking no. Really? See, I had a chance to sleep on that and think about it. But the more I think about it, and the more I say, well, let me send him a direct message.
Was an informer for the police.
Where he at? I love Chuck Norris. Well, you're gonna go be with him. Man. Dale Darrell, what's good with you? We have to stand tall in this kind of foolishness, man. We can't fall for none of that banana in the tailpipe, huh? Next thing you know, he gonna be saying he like raisins in his tuna salad, huh? For shame. Man, if you don't knock it off. want to get to a little bit of boxing news, you guys. We did have some news that came down through the pipe today. I guess the Thurman versus Fundora fight and card is off now. Fundora supposedly, allegedly, suspectedly had some type of a hand injury, huh? Yeah, I can understand how your hands could get injured when you're always giving us boxing people the hand job, huh? Because you're not trying to fight nobody, Mr. Fundora. That's why I said the lady, huh? Poison. She's the one that's the real fighter in the family. You, huh, Jolly Green Giant, all you want to do is just stand around and look down on people. I think we need to call, what's his name, Brian Mendoza back for your ass, huh? Because he's the one that set you up right, huh? With that KO he got over you a couple years back. Yeah. My hand hurt. Man, your pride should be hurting running around here like a mark, pulling out of fights. And what's worse, the Oshaki Foster and Stephen Fulton fight was on that card, you guys. A damn good fight, and all that stuff got scratched. It got scratched, bro. Nobody eats, and that's what Blue Blood, shout out to Blue Blood, who did a video on it earlier today. When I saw that video, man, it just made my stomach turn, bro. Made my stomach turn. But what can you expect from these PBC dudes, huh? Poor bastard chaps, huh? Those guys, they don't know if they want to fight or if they just want to talk about fighting, huh? Or if they want to put on exhibitions. What is it going to be? Thank goodness that David Benavidez got the hell out of there, huh? Yeah. What kind of foolishness is that? According to Boxing Scene, hand injury, huh? Or should I say hand job, forces Sebastian Fundora out of his fight against Keith Thurman. WBC 154-pound champion Sebastian Fundora has sustained a hand job during training camp, forcing the postponement of his scheduled October 25th pay-per-view title defense against former unified welterweight champion Keith Thurman. PBC intends to reschedule the bout ASAP, an official told Boxing Scene on Friday. The Ring magazine first reported the postponement and Fundora's injury. Let me say this. You guys do know that hand injuries are the worst ones to try to prove that there's something going on there, right? They are the worst ones that you could use that as an excuse, and it's very difficult to prove that there's something really wrong with your hand or whatever. Yeah. So he done pulled out of the fight, huh? Pulling our chain, huh? Jerking the chicken, so to speak. Man, if you don't sit down somewhere. It goes on to say PBC also has a December 6th pay-per-view on Prime Video scheduled, pitting Pitbull Cruz against Lamont Roach Jr. So if they're talking about pushing it back till then, how do we know that Fundora, who is 23-1 with 1 draw and 15 KOs, will be able to make his third title defense after winning the belt in March? You know, this is what I don't like about these guys over there. Yeah, Dale Real, all that we robbing the bank stuff backfired. Don't they all look suspect now? All of them. Charlo, all of them guys over there. I guess PBC can now stand for pull back, chump, huh? Because they ain't gonna fight. Yeah. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. So many other fighters that were on that card, and I was all set to do my videos, you know, because they had some quality matchups. I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I don't like them moving like that, bro. I don't like it at all. In other news, Virgil Ortiz, who's also campaigning at 154, is now stating that a move to middleweight is inevitable for him as a title shot continues to elude him at 154. According to a Boxing Scene article written by Lance Pummeyer, he says that he may move up to middleweight, seeing that it's hard to secure a title shot at 154. Robert Garcia said it this way. He says, it's difficult knowing that the belts are there, that you're the best 154 pounder and no one's giving you an opportunity. Yeah, Jimmy Fernard. That's right, right? Yeah. That's right. I just don't like when these guys play these games, man. I just don't like it, bro. I don't like it. And Virgil is acting like people are actually running from him. Dude, you had plenty of offers that you turned down. You walked away from fights that were on the table and everything, citing, you know, health issues and all of this. Bro, all that matters is when you get in the ring. The only difference between you and Jaron Ennis is you have fought 2 more fights than him against opposition. But y'all the same, man. Y'all don't even want to fight each other. That's how we know it's all BS with you guys. Pull back champ. Yep. Even though Virgil is a golden boy fighter, he still moves like these guys over there on the other side of PBC. Pull back chumps. Yep. Real. No, ain't nobody chasing Crawford, man. There's guys that want to fight him now because he has a lot of heat on him as far as beating Canelo, but they want the money that will come. Remember, a lot of these guys had a chance to fight Crawford already, and they turned away and walked away, went the other way, whatever you want to say. It's just a damn shame that he can't get his just due, because now everyone wants to try to find a way for him to be defeated. But they don't want to compete with him. They don't want to go against the grain and say, hey, well, I want to fight for the status. I want to fight for legacy. I want to fight for prominence. No, these fools are running after bag after bag after bag. And that's why they slip on banana peels, because they are so busy looking up at the dollar signs that they can't see what's slippery on the ground beneath their feet. Yeah. You got Janabek out there. Janabek, don't nobody even freaking know who you are, brother. Calling for Bud now. Go handle some other champions at 150, 160, man. You got Adames out there. You got Lara out there. Take your ass in the ring and fight these damn champions, man. And stop fooling around. Talking all that junk. There's too many of these dudes, man. Girly girl types. Do you like my dress? That's what they asking, huh? The public. J-Man, what's good with you? Yeah. So Fundora and Thurman is off. But the undercard was more interesting than the main event. And it's just unfortunate that it's got to be like that. But hey, you know what? I just want to see something else. We're going to talk about them heavyweights tomorrow, early afternoon. Those are the guys that are going to put on some kind of I guess you could call it it's going to be not so much an event, but I expect something interesting to happen between Dave Allen and Makhmadov, man. Hing Dog, they canceled the card because allegedly Fundora has a hand injury. And as I spoke earlier in the show talking about it, that's a hand job if you ask me, because these guys, all of a sudden they have injuries and stuff. It's like when important fights are supposed to take place, they can't make it across the finish line. If they're not missing weight, they popping dirty. If they're not popping dirty, they're arguing over a bag and they got to pull out at the last minute and stuff. It's ridiculous. You're seeing such lack of professionalism big time right now. It's like you just it just makes you sick, makes your stomach churn, man, with this foolishness. Yeah, J man, Keith Thurman. You know, one thing Fred Barbershop Conversation said, he's like, he got a jinx or something on him because he can't make it through to a finale to save his life. What's really going on? Crawford fought Canelo with injuries. He wouldn't specify what it was, but he went on and fought. Canelo fought with 2 bad tires, huh? Been fighting with 2 bad tires for his last 10, 12 fights. Shit. But Dave Allen is a straight character, man. He says, I can't freaking wait to retire. They say this is an article that was written in Boxing Scene. He says, I'm trying to get his quote. He says, I can't freaking wait to retire. He jokingly told Boxing Scene, I'm going to get fat as F. I'm going to come to all these events with effing media and with my fighters. And I'm just going to chill out. I can't wait. He says, after 33 hard fights, and a lot of them have been hard, God get me home, man. He says, I'm tired, I'm sore, I've had some hard fights, I might get my nose done. I just want to chill out. I love boxing, but I hate it as well. It's a hard game. That dude is a straight character, man. We do need characters in boxing, but we also need character killers. Like Lennox Lewis once said, I want to get rid of all the misfits in boxing. And boy, did he do his part. Lennox was going through some of them guys, man, getting rid of them. The ones that Evander didn't get rid of, Lennox got rid of. So it's like, it's always good when you got a champ that's ready to get through these guys and get rid of their asses, man. Really. Yep. Let's see here. Brother Eric Jordan said we got a cash out. He says, you can't make this ish up. He's like, yep, the more you F around, the more you're going to find out. That's right there, Eric. You 100% correct in that, my brother. 100% correct. Yep. But this guy, Dave Allen, man, he's a guy, like, if he were over here, he'd be real popular. He'd be real popular. They probably give him his own TV show or something. That's how they like characters like him. He's a mediocre fighter. And they talking about, oh, he should fight Deontay Wilder. I'm like, okay. If he got in there with Deontay, Only thing I can say is they'll be needing some of them extra pallbearers, huh? Wow, that sneeze came out of nowhere. Goodness. Sorry about that. Sneezing. Thank you. Thank you, hen dog. Yeah. Thanks, Dale.Rib. Yeah, now let's take a look at the card for tomorrow with Janet Beck. I'm not Janet. I'm talking about. Arslan Beck and Dave Allen. They got Josh Padley fighting on the undercard as the co-main, I believe. And you know, that's the guy that Shakur Stevenson stopped on that short notice fight after Kid Austin pulled out of his fight and he stepped in. Padley is a pretty decent fighter though. He's taking on a guy by the name of Reese Bellotti, who's also from the UK, and Bellotti is 20-6. But Padley is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. And he no longer has to work as an electrician or something they said he was doing. He was a blue-collar serviceman. And that purse that he earned off of fighting Shakur, paid by Turki Al-Sheikh, has afforded him the luxury to concentrate on boxing full-time and never have to go back to his old daytime job. You see, this is what happens when guys accept fights. You know? And Padley is not a pushover, guys. He can fight. His present record is 16-1. The one loss being to Shakur. He only has 5 KOs, but he has defeated a number of undefeated fighters going into the Shakur fight, including fighting Shakur, who was undefeated. So he had fought, let me see, 1, 2, 3 in a row prior to Shakur. No, including Shakur. Then prior to that, he had fought 1, 2, yeah. So he's fought 5 guys that were undefeated. Yeah. Good stuff. J-Man says, I used to like the Schofields, but they ride in the coattails for acceptance. How are they going to have the nerve to ish on Devin while preparing to fight his leftovers? Listen, man, I'm going to tell you something about these guys of today and what I don't like that they do. I don't like that they like to put other fighters down to big themselves up. You should build yourself up on your own merits and accomplishments, not by talking about someone else and talking down about them. That's the one thing that fighters from the previous era wouldn't do. They would challenge one another. Oh, he don't want to fight me. He don't want none of this. That kind of thing. But they would never just put someone down and then don't fight them and then be acting like they're all high, lofty, and mighty. It's like, no, man. You only make yourself look really small. And you know who did that most recently? Boots Ennis, talking about this guy he's fighting tomorrow. He kept talking about how there's levels to this and he's going to find out this and that. Well, if your level is so freaking high, why didn't you fight a more higher ranked fighter than this man? Because if you look like shit against him, if he happens to look good against you, if he gives you a difficult fight than anticipated, or if he even, God forbid, upsets you, that's going to make you look like a damn fool, Boots. See, these guys don't understand how that works. You running around here putting the other fighters down. Tank has built his career doing that foolishness. And look at how he's getting ready to cash out. on an exhibition? Really? And we're supposed to respect that. Oh, shut up and just be a fan. Not a fan of your little yellow ass. No. Shut up and be a fan. So there are not a lot of fighters on that card tomorrow that I'm familiar with, but I am familiar, of course, with Padley. A lot of the other fighters are kind of like, locals. Yeah, Hen Dog, it was crazy. And it's like that kind of thing. Fighters used to let all their talking be done in the ring. These guys today just talk, and then they don't even perform. And you be like, wow, I can't believe I was supporting this guy. And it looks real foolish because some of them, they can't really fight, man. They can't. And they want to hold those TV deals they got and all of that. I'm like, man, if you don't get your butt in the ring and fight somebody. Well, Boots in particular, man, if he stinks out the joint tomorrow, he can expect a backlash because he's been acting awfully mighty and lofty in his position. It's like, and you ain't even done nothing, man. Hearn isn't trying to match him up tough. We'll see. See, this is taken from Ennis when he was doing press, talking about Lima, who he's fighting tomorrow. He says, I'm glad he thinks that he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he talks too much. You know he's going to get exactly what he's looking for, and that's an early night. I'm going to have some fun, and I'm going to show up. I'm not here to play games. I know what he's going to bring to the table. Really? What is he going to bring? You already said you're levels above him, so we shouldn't be expecting too much, right? Really? Meanwhile, Lima says, thank you, Matchroom, for this fight of my life. We trained for this moment, these events, and we have put in the camp of our lives for this fight. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm ready for this fight. I come into this fight with zero fear. They know I can beat him. I know he's an elite fighter, but I am too. I have everything I need. Ring IQ, footwork. I am fast. I have strength. I have an offense, and I'm in the best shape of my life. I can do everything he can do. I just want to see a good fight. If Lima happens to put on a great fight, that's all we want. But I do believe that Boots could be underestimating the guy. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, man. Listen. Y'all gonna hear plenty of that tomorrow, huh? Plenty of it, man. Man. But I'm gonna tell you something. Remember, he talked all this stuff talking about J-Ron. He better have a spectacular performance. I ain't talking about, oh, he just coasted to a victory and all of that. No, he better blow this dude out of the water, huh? And if he do, I'll be like, okay, now let's see you fight somebody on the level that they need to be on for you to be challenged, huh? Because I'm tired of anointing, not me, but I hear the sentiment of the public, anointing these guys as great and everything, and they ain't even fought nobody. And then when they get really challenged or something, they duck rematches, they go to different weight classes, they say they retiring, and all of this other kind of foolishness. Oh, we can't make the deal, we can't make the fight. Send them a contract, don't send them a contract. I ain't never heard from anybody. They never called me. All of that stupid stuff that we hear over and over and over again. That's a bunch of foolishness, man. I'm like, one moment from saying, let's go Lima. You understand? Because it's I get tired of this. Then he wanted to sit up and try to say he didn't watch Bud and Canelo. But you went and asked Canelo, can you come help him prepare for Bud? And you mean you didn't watch it? Man, if you don't, get your ass out of here. I never seen a guy run to somebody. Who the fuck you think he is? Apollo Creed or some shit? Because that's the only time I saw it in a Rocky movie, where Apollo comes to Rocky and be like, hey, I can help you. I think I can help you beat him, Rock. Huh? Clubber Lang. Man, Clubber Lang would have knocked Rocky and Apollo ass out. You understand? It's like, oh, I want to help Rocky get it back. Huh? Rocky didn't even want to run on the beach and shit. Apollo trying, let's go, champ, let's run, let's run. She's like, you okay? Huh? What's the truth, damn it? Okay, you want to break me down? I'm afraid, Adrian. I'm afraid, all right? I'm afraid. You want to break me down? Shit, Clubber did that already. And Boots over there, Canelo, let me whisper in your ear, tell you a little something that you needed to hear. Man, if you don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Even Lima was like, I don't fight nothing like Canelo. So what are you over there helping him for? He gotta face me. I heard that, Lima. Get his ass. These guys of today, man, their character is so torn, man. It's like these guys don't have the character of some fucking rice paper. You know the rice paper I'm talking about? That's that little light paper that they put on the windows in them Chinese movies when they always want to peek in on somebody. They lick their finger like this and put a hole in the rice paper and they be peeping through the window. I like these guys, their character is rice paper. Huh? The wind start blowing hard, that shit tears. J-Man, what's that little meme there? I can't see what that is. Face palm? Yeah, I was trying to see what that was. I can't. It's so tiny on my screen. I got this magnifying lens. It can blow stuff up pretty good. Yeah. Now, what if Boots don't look good tomorrow night, guys? What do you think? That's I just want to pose that to you. And I'm going to tell you something. He moving up to 154, you guys. There's a lot of smoke at 154. If he doesn't fight one of the top names in his very next fight, then Hearn and he are on a whole scam thing. It ain't no different from what Tank Davis is doing. It ain't no different from what Teofimo is doing. These guys are just looking to secure bags and rob the public. Eric Jordan says, I'm going for Lima for the win, Sensei. I can't blame you. Listen, I like upsets in boxing. I'm not saying I want to see him upset. I'm just saying I like when upsets happen because it really brings a level playing field to the sport. So many people give in to the popular guy, the guy who's well known and talked about or whatever. But always, just like a friend of mine said way back when Mike Tyson was undefeated and professing himself to be the baddest man on the planet. I used to work with this guy, and he said somebody in the gym right now beating on a bag gonna whoop that dude's ass. And he was right, and it happened to be James Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson was never the same after that. Oh yeah, he had a few wins, but he was never the baddest man on the planet again after Buster Douglas got a hold of his ass. Matter of fact, I think Buster Douglas had the baddest man on the planet in a little bag, holding it up over like this, and it was moving. There was something moving inside of it. The doctors looked inside the bag and they saw Mike Tyson's heart. J-Man, isn't that the truth? There's still brothers out here. Listen. There's still brothers out here making excuses for Mike Tyson losing that fight. Oh, he was fooling around with those Japanese girls and he wasn't training hard or whatever. Well, he was fooling around with the girls before. When he fought Michael Spinks, he had 3 women in the stadium. He had Robin Givens, he had Suzette Charles, and he had, what was her name? Naomi Campbell. They were all sitting in 3 different sections of the arena. Mike Tyson is having his love affair with all of them. And he went in there and knocked Michael Spinks out in 91 seconds. Nobody said nothing about his 3 women. Buster Douglas put him on the canvas in Tokyo. He couldn't even get up. His eyes swollen shut, his mouthpiece in backwards, and he couldn't beat the count. And people were saying, oh, he didn't train hard. If he did, listen, I'm going to give you guys I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of fun fact here, okay? For those, they like to try to call me a historian. I ain't no historian. I don't claim to be one. But I will tell you this. I'm a fact teller when it comes to this boxing. If Mike Tyson didn't train for Buster Douglas, who was at the time, I think 28, 29 years old when he fought Mike. Mike was like 23, Buster was 6'4", 231 pounds when he fought Mike Tyson. Okay? Fast hands, fleet of foot. Great jab, good lateral movement. Had pop on his punches. If Mike Tyson, who fought Buster Douglas, who beat Oliver McCall, who Mike Tyson used to spar and train with, but wouldn't give him a title shot because he feared Oliver McCall. He thought Oliver McCall could beat him. See, I'm giving you some fun facts here. If Mike Tyson didn't train for Buster Douglas, he wouldn't have went 10 rounds. He took a pummeling in that fight. And you have to be in condition to take the punishment that Mike took from Buster Douglas. You got to be in shape. So that talk about he wasn't in shape, nah. He took the same pummeling from Evander Holyfield. Same round, he got stopped. Yeah. In shape. A guy who's in shape will find a way to get the hell out of there if it's too hot for him. But there is a thing that they call in boxing a game quitter. Does anyone in the chat, this is a Tuesday tussle lesson right here. Matter of fact, let me write that down. I'll do a show on it. A game quitter. Tuesday tussle. Game quitter. Do you guys know what a game quitter is? Can anybody tell me? Hi, there's Junior the Truth. What's going on with you, Junior? No, Junior, that's not what a game quitter is. No. A game quitter. I'm waiting to see if someone can chime in, and I'll explain what it is if you don't know. Universal says a guy that puts on a front that he wants to win, but he won't go out on his shield. Hendog says, good question. Is it when a fighter leaves it all in the ring with one punch? And J-Man says, someone who's quit mentally but still hangs around. Wow, those are some great answers. But what J-Man said and the first part of what Universal says, a guy that puts on a front that he wants to win. J-Man says someone who's quit mentally but still hangs around. Listen, you can only hang around if the other guy lets you. A game quitter is a person who is resigned to the fact that they don't want to try to win. Did you hear me? A person who is resigned to the fact that they do not want to try to win. You see, because in order to come out on top in a fight, you have to sometimes take a risk or take chances or reach into a reservoir or a place within yourself to pull that extra something out to overcome. Now, if you're resigned to the fact that you're not going to win, you can't do that. You could pretend to raise hell and act like, but have no intent. And sometimes even if you catch a certain blow, you'll go down from that to make it look like, oh, he really hit me solid. But game quitters usually have nothing to do with changing the tide, making an adjustment, trying something different in order to get a different result toward the path of being successful. You've seen plenty of fights where guys who are game quitters they'll get down to those championship rounds and they might need a knockout to win. But they keep fighting. You know what the most recent example of a game quitter for me was? And it was at the highest level of the sport. A couple of months ago, when Monster Inoue fought MJ, Murujan, listen, in that fight, after 2 rounds, Murujan knew that Inoue had more than he had thought. He thought he would be able to go in there and apply some pressure, hit him a couple of times with some hard shots, and maybe that monster would break or something. Oh, how wrong he was. When Murujan realized that Inoue can box and punch and fight and had confidence, his confidence and desire to win shrank like testicles in cold ice. Yeah. If you saw the first round, if you saw the 7th round, if you saw the 11th round, you saw all the same fight. At no point during the match did he go for broke. Did he try something different? If he tried to even like, let me just try this, he never did anything. And Monster won running away. See, it's different when you don't have the ability to do something. But Murujan MJ brought the ability to the fight. He just didn't apply. And that was a game quit. That's the worst kind. That's worse than the guy that doesn't want to come out for the next belt. Because we just saw that when Glanton and Brown fought last week, right? Where Marcus Brown didn't come out for the 5th round, the 6th round. But he talked all that stuff. And the worst part of it was that Brown threw some shots in there. They mixed it up a couple times. And according to their history of working together in the gym, Brown had handled Brandon Glanton fairly easy in sparring sessions. But Glanton came with a dogged determination that he was ready to fight this guy because the guy thought he was better and he wanted to get him back for what had happened in the gym. And this was the time to do so. Now, Brown didn't gamefully quit. He cowardly quit because the bark was stronger than the bite. A game quitter will give you an illusion like MJ did against Inoue. That's not going to be successful. See, being a game quitter is ugly, people. It's very ugly. Imagine a guy going round after round after round and not applying himself, not trying anything different to win. When Efe Ajagba fought Frank Sanchez, and Sanchez knocked him down in the early rounds, I don't know if it was somewhere between rounds 1 and 3, he dropped Ajagba. Ajagba got back up, but never really engaged much after that, and almost every round went the same way, and Sanchez won a unanimous decision. Ajagba put on a game quitter of performance in that match. It was like he gamefully quit. We've seen it before, and it's not pretty. See, you could quit more ways than one. Your corner can be giving you instructions, and you'll decide that you're not going to try to apply what they're telling you. Hen Dog, the fearless one, exactly. Exactly, just like Raymond Ford. Now, what's totally interesting about that situation when you talk about Raymond Ford, let me get down here. Raymond Ford, in his fight with Nick Ball, he lost a split decision. And that was on one of those Riyadh season events. Forgive me, my eye is itching, my allergies are acting up. Nick Ball was in a position to win the fight against Raymond Ford, and Ford could have stepped it up, but he didn't. He just kind of went through the motions, and he lost a split decision. by merely not applying himself. Now, what was interesting was that just the fight before, 3 months earlier, when he won against Oktябрь Kolmatov, the fight was close. But in the later portions of the fight, Kolmatov began to take more risks trying to really come after Raymond Ford. And Ford opened up on him and found openings and got him in trouble in the fight and ended up taking him out in the 12th round just before the final bell. Raymond Ford could have gone through the motions like he did in the next fight against Nick Ball, and it would have been a situation where there was a good chance that Kolmatov would have defeated him. He was kind of ahead on the scorecards, you know, and by Ford applying himself, he pulled the fight out, got the victory. But there are fighters that we've seen that don't do that. Now, O'Shaquie Foster. If you guys remember the fight that he had back in 2023, October of 2023, and he fought that kid, Eduardo Hernandez, who had come into that fight with a lot of knockouts. And he had never, I don't think he had been 12 rounds before. But O'Shaquie stalked them late. They fought in Cancun in the guy's backyard in a small ass ring. And O'Shaquie pulled out the knockout. O'Shaquie could have just went through the paces and left it in the judge's hands and see what would have happened. But he went for it and he got the victory. Game quitters don't do that. They don't take that step to get the victory or whatever. They just kind of like stay pat, don't raise hell, and let's just see where the chips fall. No, that's not what you want to do. Yeah, guys, that's exactly what's up. And I'm giving those examples because, again, when we talk about the terminology and we talk about how it can be applied toward the sport, it explains a lot. When you have someone be able to break that down for you so you can see it. Now, that doesn't mean that every guy is a game quitter because they just go the distance. That's not what that means. But when someone holds victory in the balance, Jermell Charlo was a game quitter against Canelo. How? Because he never tried to win. In 12 rounds, he never put himself in a position to say, let me try to see if I hit him on his chin, what will happen? He just moved away and moved away and moved away and moved away for 12 rounds. Now, interestingly, Danny Jacobs, when he fought Canelo, he was kind of doing that too. But there was a moment or two in the fight where he hit Canelo and kind of, showed him, I got some pop or whatever. And Canelo became a little more respectful. But Danny didn't look to capitalize. So he almost slipped into that realm of being a game quitter. But he did do some things during the fight. Mel Charlo did absolutely nothing. I don't believe he won a round in the match. And it makes a difference, people. It really does. Yeah, Danny Jacobs' scorecards against Canelo were 115 to 113 twice and 116 to 112 for Canelo. So a unanimous decision for Canelo, but on two of those cards, it was close, 115, 113. Just imagine had Danny stepped it up in those championship rounds and just tried to go for it. Something that we saw Crawford do, right? But Charlo lost 118 to 109 twice and 119 to 108. He didn't win a freaking round. Yeah, when you got a guy that doesn't apply himself at all, that's real tough. That's worse than being a game quitter. So yeah, that's being a game quitter, guys. That's what that is all about. But see, that's why I said what I said, because you have to have the ability to read where you are in a fight. And if you're interested in being victorious, you have to put yourself into that position. Yeah, Junior, you're right. Berlanga fought harder against Charlo than fought harder against Canelo than Charlo. Absolutely, I agree. So did Jaime Munguia. Even John Ryder, who lost damn near every round on the judges' scorecards, but he fought Canelo, right? You have to be able to apply yourself, be motivated. Your people that work your corner, they have to be able to apply strategy and suggestions for you to be able to be successful. Yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with Boots and Lima. But boy, he better not lay an egg, man. I'm telling you. He better not lay an egg. But this whole thing about guys that want to stay in their own backyard and he doesn't want to go anywhere but fight in Philly and all of that. I mean, you know what? I'm concerned for Boots, you guys. I'm concerned for that dude. And I'm looking at his roster of opponents, man. No standout names. There may be, I don't know. Yeah. I'm telling you, y'all gonna hear that a lot more if tomorrow he don't shine like a diamond. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, Jay, man, I'm aware of that. I've watched some of his fights. He's a strong fighter. He's strong. He ain't as fast as Boots, but the man is hungry. And a hungry guy can be a dangerous guy in boxing. Yeah, Junior, you know, and we've seen that, haven't we? Do you remember, Junior, you're old enough. Do you remember a fighter by the name of Charles the Natural Murray? He came out of the triple threat gym in New Jersey that had Al Ice Cold and Ray Mercer. Do you remember him, Junior? And the worst part of that, Eric Jordan, is that Hearn is not helping him. Not at all. Hearn is staving that guy off. I'm telling you, he may be saving him for the likes of either Eubank Jr. or Conor Benn. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Charles the Natural Murray Jr. was a good fighter, man. But there was a glitch, something there that kept him from being the best that he could be. Yeah, Charles the Natural Murray, man. He was a good fighter, but he fell off. Fell off. Hendog says, cause Charlie Murray, the name that names reminds me of Daredevil. Listen, when you look him up by his nickname too, the Natural, because there's quite a few Charles Murrays, but you can look him up under the Natural. Yeah, that's what I said, brother. The Natural, Charles the Natural Murray. Murray, yes. He fought Jake Rodriguez, Ray Oliveira, guys like that. Past generation fighters. Tony Martin, Livingston Bramble. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I've been on a little bit. And it's time for me to get some rest. You know? Stormy B, man. And I noticed Derek Gaines didn't show up tonight. But we hunting you, Derek Gaines. We're going to hunt you until you change your mind. Boy, you need a change of mind. Talking about he hate The Last Dragon. Such blasphemy. Oh, there he is. Get him, y'all. Then he wrote in the chat. He wait till the end when I saying I'm getting ready to get out of here. There he go. He say Ninja watching. I figured he was. Get him. Wait a minute. Let me play him a little tune on my violin.
I don't think you're good enough to avenge your master.
Here's another one, especially for Derek Gaines.
Me killing nobody like you, no. Could ruin that good reputation of mine. Bend down, you little squirt. Crawl between my legs. Go and clean crud and piss holes.
And for simply saying that he hated The Last Dragon, here's a PSA for you.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Get him, y'all. He dare say that about Bruce Leroy. Man. And before I get out of here, I got to give him one more. Just one more. This is for saying that, not only for saying that he hated The Last Dragon, This is also for saying that plus he loved Chuck Norris. Yeah. Look at him now. Chuck's the man.
What was that?
Chuck's the man. Who? That nigga sitting he been quiet the whole show out there watching. Hey, so now I can officially say Derek Gaines, he been out there watching. Look here, y'all. He been out there watching. So you know what that means, right? He been out there like this, y'all. He been out there. He been out there looking at the screen like this. And I knew, I had a feeling you was out there. That's why I say, yeah. Wait till he come in there. Yeah. Hey, brother, but you just give me something fun to make, funny to make fun of, man. But, it's all love, Derek Gaines. But, man, yeah, that's going to be attached to you from here on out, though. The Last Dragon Hater. I'm going to have to create me some more memes now. Yeah, he straight up wait till I get ready to sign off. He's like, oh, I've been here from the start. I'm like, man. Yeah, but guys, I've been in here I did the show a little later this evening because I, had a later start. But listen, I'm glad we got it in. I look forward to seeing the fights tomorrow. I want to see what's going to happen with the two big heavyweights, with Dave Allen and Arslanbek. Something tells me it could be a spectacle. Something funny might happen or whatever. I'm going to be looking for it. And then, of course, tomorrow evening, we got Boots, coming in there, and we'll see what happens. But, okay, Derek, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, man, we're going to get ready to head on out of here. See here. I want to say, shout out to the mighty LDBC. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the Cash App donations and the support. Hope you guys enjoy the fights tomorrow. There may be a post-fight show. And enjoy your weekend, family. Appreciate everybody out there. Peace to you all.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me. especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him. So he never got on steroids.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. How does five?
You saw De La Hoya.
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. I mean, all those fucking dudes in that camp are doing.
It's all gonna be the same.
Oh, what a nice day. Look at Jessica. Jessica, what are you doing? You know you can't swim. Get away from the water, Jessica. Jessica, get away from the... Oh, my God. Somebody help Jessica, please. She can't swim. Go help Jessica, run. Jessica, no. Oh, my God. No, Jessica. No, the water is pulling her back in. Where's the lifeguard? Lifeguard, hurry up. She can't swim. Jessica, no! Lifeguard, please save her! Yes, do lifeguard! Save her, no! Please, Jessica! Oh, look, hey! That husband is coming! Oh, do one of them dead! Hey, please, save her! Jessica! They're coming now, they're here! Jessica.